500,000 years. That's how long the galaxy had turned without Earth. Long enough for its name to become legend, then myth, then a joke told in imperial courts. They said Earth was once powerful, a death world, they called it, home to apex predators who mastered nuclear fire and walked among the stars. But that was long ago. Now, the Varnak Empire ruled unopposed, spanning over 2,000 star systems. Their fleets blotted out suns. Their soldiers walked with exosuits forged from neutronium. They had crushed every uprising, erased every rival, and installed monuments to themselves on conquered worlds. And still, they wanted more. So they laughed when the human name surfaced again. A young scholar from the Nukari archives had uncovered ancient ruins on a dead world, ruins with symbols eerily similar to those in forgotten Terran scripts. Earth? Emperor Valix boomed to his court. We conquered 10 Earths this cycle alone. Laughter filled the throne chamber, echoing off crystal walls. But in the depths of space, something had stirred. Prologue of Return. On the edge of known space, beyond the galactic frontier, a probe drifted through a dying star system. Its hull bore no markings, and its design was unrecognizable to any known civilization. It activated. Solar panels unfolded with a smooth hum, absorbing what little energy remained. Inside, long dormant systems rebooted. Old files verified. A signal beamed silently across subspace, a signal that had not been heard in 500,000 years. 3 simple words pulsed through the void. We are listening. The Laughing Galaxy. Within weeks, news of the signal spread. Scholars debated. Military strategists scoffed. The Varnak Senate issued a mocking statement, let the ghosts of Earth rattle their chains. The living rule the galaxy now. But some listened. The Etherian Collective, known for their psychic sensitivity, reported strange dreams. Visions of vast cities buried in ice. Of machines singing to themselves in languages no longer spoken. Of eyes opening. Still, the galaxy laughed. Until something arrived. The human warship. It appeared over Varnak's colony world of Tyrannies, a single ship, sleek and dark as the void itself. It made no demands. It broadcast no name. It simply hovered in orbit. The planetary defense grid locked on and fired. Beams of plasma and dark energy slammed into the vessel. Nothing happened. The beams curved midspace, folding away like illusions. The ship didn't move, didn't shield, it simply existed outside their reach. And then it spoke. Not in Varnak. Not in trade tongues. In English. Tyrannies was once Mars too. You built over graves. You stole what was never yours. You were warned. A pulse of light erupted from the ship. Not an attack, a message, broadcast to the entire galaxy. Footage played, images of Earth as it once was. Blue oceans. Green continents. Human colonies spread across stars. Then, fire. Collapse. Silence. And then, preparation. The footage ended with a simple message. Earth watched. Earth remembers. Earth is awake. Shockwaves. Panic spread across the Varnak Empire. Fleet Admiral Kolix mobilized 20 dreadnoughts to intercept the intruder. They never made it. Each ship vanished as it crossed the system boundary, blinking out of existence without trace. Moments later, the same warships reappeared, parked neatly in orbit around Earth's moon, deactivated and powerless. A single phrase was carved into their hulls. Return to sender. Suddenly, Earth was no longer a joke. It was a problem. A problem the galaxy had no solution for. Echoes from the past. The young scholar who'd first found the ruins was summoned by the Galactic Council. She stood trembling before hundreds of alien delegates, her voice thin but steady. They didn't die, she said. They went silent by choice. Earth chose to vanish. They knew the galaxy wasn't ready. But they never stopped watching. She showed them recovered human tech, still functional after 500,000 years, its code rewriting itself to resist modern decryption.
What do they want? Someone asked.
The scholar swallowed. To restore the balance. Earth speaks. From the warship above Tyrannies, a voice echoed again, but this time it wasn't human.
It was every voice. Translated instantly, the words carried weight, resonance, and memory.
Every being who heard them felt as though they were being personally addressed. You have enslaved, conquered, and erased. You claimed you were the future without remembering the past.
We are not here to rule. We are here to remind.
The ship vanished. The shift.
In the months that followed, Earth ships appeared silently across the galaxy. They didn't attack, they liberated. Planets under tyrannical rule found their oppressors disarmed overnight.
Ancient archives were restored. Ecologies were healed. Weapons turned to sand.
A fleet tried to retaliate.
It disintegrated in mid-space.
Earth did not destroy. It dismantled. The galaxy no longer laughed. It listened. Legacy of the Titan.
On the edges of known space, a massive structure revealed itself, a Dyson shell surrounding Sol, Earth's star. Within it, humanity had ascended beyond biology, beyond time. They were not gods. They were the memory of what once was, and a warning for what could be again.
And from this throne of silence, Earth sent one final message. We left to avoid war. We return to prevent it. Do not make us stay. No one remembered the details.
The archives had degraded. The myths changed hands across empires, empires that rose and fell like tides. Some said Earth destroyed itself in war.
Others whispered of a final, desperate exodus into the void. But one thing was certain. Humanity was gone. The galaxy moved on. The boast of the Zarn.
The Zarn Dominion ruled nearly half the galaxy. They crushed opposition with brutal efficiency and ruled their subject species with calculated terror. On the day they conquered their 2000th world, Emperor Varkal delivered a triumphant broadcast. None before us have reached this height.
Not the Bethari, not the Drak, not even the long-dead Deathworlders Earth. A forgotten relic. A name spoken only in jest.
His voice rang out across systems.
The Galactic Council, too afraid to challenge Zarn dominance, stayed silent. The galaxy laughed with him.
And then, from the galactic edge, came the signal.
The signal. At first, it was dismissed as noise.
A pulsing, encoded stream buried within the static of the void sector, a region long thought uninhabited.
But as linguists parsed the transmission, a phrase emerged.
This is Earth.
Return protocol engaged. It was followed by galactic coordinates, a timestamp, and a countdown. 72 hours. Debate and dismissal.
The Zarn called it a prank.
The Council suggested it was a remnant of a long-dead probe.
Others began to worry. The Ilari, a race of starbound nomads with memory dream technology, recognized the structure of the signal.
It matched ancient human quantum patterning, unbreakable, unforgeable. Ilari seers issued a simple warning. The voice is real. Earth is coming home. Still, the galaxy laughed. Countdown, 0. When the clock hit 0, silence fell. Then, from deep space, a ship emerged. Not through hyperspace. Not through wormholes. It simply appeared. It was unlike anything ever seen. A massive, shimmering black vessel shaped like a Mobius loop, pulsing with starlight. It didn't radiate energy, it bent it. It parked itself in stationary orbit above the Galactic Council's capital world. It did not speak. It projected. The projection. Across every planet, station, and ship, screens flickered to life. A voice, human, male, calm, echoed in every language. This message is not a threat. It is a reminder.
Then the images began. Earth's past. A world of conflict, yes, but also of discovery, music, art, and hope.
Cities bathed in golden light. Space elevators piercing the clouds. Humans standing beside alien allies from long-dead civilizations. Then came the silence. A visual of Earth disappearing beneath a vast lattice of artificial rings, locking itself away. We did not fall. We left. And then we returned not to conquer, but to correct. The projection ended. Panic in the council.
The council chambers erupted in confusion.
The Zarn demanded immediate retaliation. Blast them from orbit. Emperor Varkal roared. If Earth thinks it can return to a throne it abandoned, we'll show them how far we've come. 27 Zarn warships surrounded the Earth vessel. They fired. The demonstration. Every energy blast froze mid-space. Not intercepted. Not shielded. Frozen. And then, in a blinding instant, the energy reversed direction, harmlessly redirected back into the ships that fired them. Not enough to destroy, but enough to disable. The Earth ship spoke again. Your aggression was anticipated. No further demonstrations are necessary. The Zarn fleet drifted powerless in orbit. The rest of the galaxy stopped laughing. The return protocol expands. Over the next 24 hours, Earth ships emerged across dozens of systems. Each carried different designs, some crystalline, others seemingly made of light. They approached war zones, enslaved colonies, and suffering worlds. But they did not fire a single shot. Instead, they deployed drones, which began healing ecosystems, curing genetic blights, and dismantling weapons factories with atomic precision. Entire empires found their power erased overnight, not through war, but through irrelevance. Earth didn't fight. Earth undid. Meeting the ambassadors. On the Council world, a single human form appeared, though clearly enhanced far beyond baseline biology. Skin like living metal. Eyes glowing with neural fire. I am Alethea, it said. Ambassador of Earth. I am not your judge. Only your mirror. The Council demanded to know Earth's purpose. Alethea replied. We left because we saw what you would become.
You confirmed our fears.
But we believe in second chances. The Council asked if Earth intended to rule the galaxy. We are not here to rule. We are here to repair. The fall of the Zarn. Emperor Varkal attempted a final stand. He rallied loyal fleets and launched an assault against Earth's growing influence. He never reached them.
As his fleet entered the outer rings of a reborn sol system, they stopped moving.
Time itself halted within a bubble of manipulated physics. Varkal's ships were trapped in perfect stasis, unable to think, speak, or age.
They were placed in orbit above the sun, left as monuments, not of conquest, but of warning.
The New Order.
Earth did not build an empire.
It offered knowledge.
It shared cures, technologies, environmental restoration algorithms, and societal redesign blueprints.
It offered them freely, with one clause. No subjugation. No oppression. Or we return. Some refused. They faded quickly. Most accepted.
Within decades, the galaxy changed.
War became rare. Resources were abundant.
Old hatreds dissolved.
Earth watched.
And once balance was restored, the ships disappeared.
Epilogue, The Legacy Beacon. 1,000 years later, on the edge of a quiet moon, an archaeological team found a device. It glowed softly and spoke only once. We were never gods. We were the warning. If you forget balance, we will remind you again. Earth watches.
Then it fell silent.
And the galaxy remembered. The galaxy thrived, or so the conquerors claimed.
Species once oppressed now served new masters. The Velkrin hegemony dominated entire sectors with their mind-weaving weapons. The Draelak clans carved out war worlds, proud of the billions they had crushed beneath their mechs.
And at the center of this cold galactic order, a celebration was held. It marked the Velkrin's 3,000th conquered world.
The capital lit up in waves of color.
Songs praised the conquest. History was rewritten, glorified. Among the entertainment, a mock holographic battle where primitive humans were shown groveling, their tiny Earth consumed in flames. Laughter echoed through the stars. The artifact.
On a mining moon near the galactic rim, a team of scavenger bots uncovered something strange, a perfect black cube.
It was not made of any known metal. Its surface shimmered with no light, absorbing every wavelength, and pulsed once every few hours like a heartbeat. Curious, a Dralac captain touched it. He disappeared. No scream. No flash. Just, gone. The artifact pulsed again. This time, louder.
Sensors across nearby systems glitched. Old warning systems, built millennia ago and long forgotten, activated.
Then came a voice. This frequency is protected. The signal was in English. Uneasy silence. The hegemony dismissed the event. The Dralac blamed it on faulty tech.
But the whisper had begun, Earth.
Scholars scoured ancient texts. Echoes of the first death world, they called it.
Humanity, a species so advanced and dangerous, they vanished before they could be stopped.
A myth. A warning. The Velcrin Emperor declared the rumors baseless. But even he felt the cold shift in the air. Disappearance.
2 fleets were dispatched to the moon where the artifact was found.
They never reported back. Satellites caught only one last image, the stars behind the ships folding, as if the universe blinked and took them.
The artifact was now gone. And then, one by one, across dozens of systems, they began to appear, silent black monoliths in orbit.
Each pulsing with light.
Each broadcasting the same message in every known tongue.
You mocked your origin. You desecrated memory. Now memory walks. The revelation.
It started with the dreams. Billions across the galaxy began seeing visions in their sleep, not dreams, but shared memories.
They saw Earth. Not as a primitive world, but as it once was, radiant cities rising to the clouds. Starships surfing black holes. Children playing under artificial suns. Humans smiling beside species long extinct allies, not conquests.
Then, they saw the wars.
The betrayals. The collapse. And finally, the silence. A voice followed. We did not die. We chose silence. Now we speak. The voice of Earth. Over the galactic core, a structure appeared. It wasn't a ship. It was a presence. Vast, ringed in light, shaped like an ever-shifting geometric anomaly. It didn't demand surrender. It didn't fire weapons. It sang. A vibration of memory. It poured knowledge into satellites, reawakened dead systems, healed worlds scarred by war. But to the ruling empires, it was terrifying. The Velcrin tried to attack it. Their ships vanished, not destroyed, but removed from space entirely, their coordinates marked as exiled. A message etched itself into their homeworld's sky in burning light. Violence will not be met with violence. But it will not be permitted. The judgment. The Dralac clans, enraged, unleashed every weapon they had at nearby monoliths. For each attack, they lost a planet. No explosion. No fire. Just silence, entire planets gone, their orbits empty. The remaining clans surrendered within hours. Earth never replied. It simply waited. Understanding comes.
A lone historian, Zara of the Thal, deciphered fragments of ancient data stored within one of the monoliths.
She spoke before what remained of the Galactic Council.
Earth evolved, not just in technology, but in consciousness. They left not in defeat, but in choice.
They foresaw the galaxies fall into tyranny. They chose to watch and wait. A council member asked, "Why return now?" Zara replied, "Because we mocked them. Because we forgot what they gave. Because the galaxy needs remembering. A new order begins. Earth never asked for dominion.
but the galaxy began to change.
The monoliths began restoring archives lost to war. Diseases thought incurable began to vanish. Weapon systems shut down without warning. Slave systems were deactivated. Entire oppressed species found their chains dissolved overnight. The rulers who had laughed at Earth.
They were erased from history, not killed, but removed, their names forgotten, their images deleted, their records corrupted beyond recovery. It was as if Earth whispered to the stars,
"We remember you, no more." The legacy of echoes. Decades passed. No new human was ever seen.
Only the echoes, the voice, the light, the monoliths.
But their presence reshaped the galaxy. War became rare. Knowledge, once hoarded, was shared. Systems turned toward unity, not domination. A new philosophy spread across the stars. Do not wait for Earth's return. Live so it never needs to return again. Epilogue, the final message.
On the 100th anniversary of the first monolith's appearance, a final message was broadcast.
We were the fire in your myth. We were the balance in your blood. We were your memory, your mirror. Now you remember. We sleep again. Do not forget us. For if you do, we will rise. The monoliths vanished.
Only stars remained.
And the galaxy, at last, fell silent, not in fear, but in awe.